Yeah, from the very beginning, from the moment that Roe v. Wade was handed down in 1973, lawmakers said, we're not going to accept this. And so you had, lawyers like AUL attorneys long before my time. You had state attorneys general and governors all saying, how do we solve this problem? How do we regulate this? Because we are not going to live in a world where we have abortion on demand through all 40 weeks of pregnancy, not in our state. And so you saw lawmakers pass gestational age limits. You saw them pass things like informed consent. You need to get a basic medical information from somebody who's not financially incentivized that you get this procedure done. Things like parental involvement. The parents have to sign a waiver to give your kid a Tylenol at high school, but she could go to Planned Parenthood and get an abortion without her parents knowing, or California is trying to say that your parents' insurance should cover it, but you don't have to tell them what it is. They just get this mystery bill. All of these things were unacceptable to lawmakers. And so they spent, decades figuring out what kind of laws can we pass, what kind of limits can we set. And that's why we continue to go back to court, quite frankly, is because every time a state comes up with a new idea for a way to limit abortion, the industry sues, and we have to go all the way back to the Supreme Court to determine, how does this fit within Roe? How does this fit within Casey? Because in 1973, the Supreme Court said, we are going to be the arbiters of this issue. And so you do see a lot of criticism of that from justices, particularly, and judges, particularly from some of the new Trump appointee judges who are originalists. They say, we're looking at the text, we're looking at the context from when this law was passed or when this decision was made. It's clear abortion is not in the text of the Constitution. It's clear that these cases, tie judges in knots. And so we're increasingly seeing judges actually call on the Supreme Court to revisit it from their own decisions. Judge Ho in the Fifth Circuit had a great opinion in this very case where he said, like, our hands are tied because of the viability standard, but the Supreme Court has to act. We saw some judges on the Eighth Circuit do the same thing earlier this year related to Down syndrome, where they said it is obvious that prohibiting abortion on the basis of Down syndrome throughout pregnancy violates Casey. It is also obvious that this is a genocide on people with Down syndrome, and the court has to let us do something about this. So we are more and more seeing judges really speak out about the damage that this decision has wrought, and we hope that the Supreme Court will listen to them.